Vote for Trump because they are full-on vampires?
Oh, Tucker Carlson,
good.
man of principle.
They eat babies. That is not bullshit.
Is this Roseanne?
Yeah, it's Roseanne.
Oh my God. So Democrats eat babies.
Yep.
I do, don't you?
I do.
Roseanne Barr did some kind of a live show with Tucker Carlson, and in this live show, Roseanne Barr said that Democrats eat babies. So we're rolling out this old bizarre trope and conspiracy theory again. Destiny, with a panel of a couple of other hosts, I don't know what their names are, I'm sorry, broke this down. We're going to see clips of Roseanne Barr and Tucker Carlson together with her saying these wild, wild things, and Destiny and his friends responding to that. I'll share my thoughts as well. This is super weird. Let's get into it.
It feels like a lot of risk and probably not a lot of reward.
What's the risk?
Like, for instance, I think I would eat a sea turtle, even though they're endangered, because apparently it's like the most tasty thing in the entire world.
Not as tasty as a baby.
But like, you're not going to like go to jail forever.
Can the baby like fight back?
But I don't think I would eat a baby.
I would feel bad morally about that.
What if the baby's
Unless it
already
was,
dead?
like-
What if you like came across a dead baby?
Dude, there was a sea turtle that was so delicious that they extincted them.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. It was like the most delicious. Like, I'm jealous because the way that these sailors talk about it, it was like the best thing they've ever had in their entire life. Nothing has ever compared.
They probably just say that because they're like went extinct. It's like when you tell kids, like, "Oh my God, we had the best, whatever," but it actually sucks shit. But
And they're
your
on
kids
the
will never
ocean.
experience it.
Yeah,
exactly.
and they're on the
like,
ocean
who's gonna
for
fact
months
check
or
you on that?
starving,
Like,
you know?
oh, you've never had these sea turtles. They probably don't even know what a sea turtle is.
Don't we still have sea turtles? Aren't they still alive?
Yeah, but
Must be a
they
different one.
Oh, I see.
definitely made it up.
The tasty one's dead.
Let's do 5 more
You know
seconds
what?
of
I
this.
like my ADHD. I like stopping. I like starting. I think it weeds out the people that don't have it in them to switch like that
It
onto a
definitely
new subject.
it does weed people out.
It
Yeah,
definitely does weed people.
absolutely.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
It's true.
So it is true.
It's true.
I was gonna stop again.
It's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They
Dude,
love
what
the
the
taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do tell by the time we go into vote for Trump that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say, you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep.
you pause real
with
quick?
the irrefutable
Only if
truth.
you do this
Don't ever do that.
and say pause.
Don't do it. Okay, what do you want to say?
Nope, do that or I'm going to play it again
Okay.
as soon as you start talking.
Good job.
I'm
Reverse
going to
psychology.
dance to your fiddle.
Do it!
Dan. No, I won't. But I will say, what the fuck do we do? This is, I mean, Tucker Carlson. This is a famous
It was the most famous news anchor in the United States of America
literally,
a few years ago. Yeah,
like one of the most famous people on the right in the entire world, and he's on stage with this lady, completely not pushing back on this. Like this is
no
the
longer-
standard.
he's
of
not-
And they have a Destiny, and again, I don't know these other guys' names. They have a good point here. You have two people who were incredibly successful and incredibly famous, and to a degree, both threw their careers away. I mean, Roseanne was a massive TV star, and she seemed, I don't want to judge, but Roseanne has seemed to have some serious problems now for several years. And, they brought back her show, and then she got fired from her own show for saying all these bizarre things that she's saying. And then Tucker Carlson had a massive show on Fox News, the top show on Fox News, I believe, and got fired because of lies that he was saying about the election that Donald Trump won. So now Roseanne Barr and Tucker Carlson are both kind of shadows of their former selves. Neither of them need any money, I'm sure, but they certainly don't have the respect that they had at one time. And I just wonder with Roseanne what the game is here. I mean, it seems like it's kind of sad looking at it from the outside because she seems to be I'm not a therapist. I have a psychology degree, but I never actually worked in psychology. But she seems to be a troubled person, I would say. And I wonder, with Donald Trump, waking everybody up, why didn't he wake everybody up to these things when he was president for 4 years? Presumably, the Democrats were vampires then, too. They probably didn't just become vampires. So why didn't Donald Trump expose all the vampires? Just name names. He's a vampire. She's a vampire. He eats babies. These people over here eat babies. Why didn't he expose this at the time? I'm sure it's not a new thing.
Not a journalist anymore.
Yeah,
Never was a journalist.
Yeah, true.
There was a time he was.
Well,
I don't
now
know about
he's
that.
Well, there was a time he read the news
Maybe.
with a right-leaning bent.
Well, y'all have seen that clip of him, right, from like 30 years ago, where he's like talking about how like the grift and stuff, and why he hates people that do it, and it's like what he's done in the decade since then.
Well,
If not, we should play that clip. It's incredible.
Sure. This isn't his Crossfire thing with Jon Stewart, was it? It's something different?
You know what?
Sure.
This is too much pressure
Okay, I got it. Don't worry.
Wow.
for now.
I see how it is, Stephen. I'm not trustworthy enough to have the keyboard. It's okay.
Of what the worst people on this planet are
Look at
really
his stupid
up
fucking
to.
face.
They are really up to that. They're doing it.
They're really doing it.
There are so many victims. There are so many victims. There's so.
All right. Yeah, that's Jesus. Yeah.
Wait, what was this? You said Tucker
I don't
Carlson?
know. Yeah, just like Tucker. I've seen it on Twitter. Like
Forever in
every
our
day.
search history will be Queen Elizabeth age 9 pictures.
Yeah, like Tucker Carlson on grifting or something, or like maybe on Bill O'Reilly. Maybe. Tucker Carlson. This I believe. But there's this is just a short. There's like a longer.
Let's play this clip of Tucker Carlson in 1999.
The cum guzzler.
Your book, Bill O'Reilly's success is built on the perception that he really is who he claims to be. If he ever gets caught out of character, it's over.
That's right. There's kind of a deep phoniness at the center of his shtick. He is every man, this kind of, he's not right-wing, he's a populist. This kind of Irish Catholic populist fighting for you against the powers that be. And that's great as a shtick, but I'm just saying the moment that it's revealed not to be true, it's over. Nobody is that person, especially not someone who makes $1 million, many
Yeah, $20 million a year Tucker Carlson was making as the everyman who was fighting the powers that be and the authoritarianism and protecting.
Yeah, there's a longer clip of that, but he basically just calls out exactly what he became 20 years later.
He wasn't making that sick money back then.
Very lucidly, to where you think like, oh, I mean, he's obviously a smart person. Like he knows what he's done. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, I would say absolutely that Tucker Carlson knows what he's doing, and this has all been a grift. Sam Cedar has told a story many times on his show about somebody that he knew who worked with Tucker Carlson at MSN when Tucker Carlson was on MSNBC at one point, and it was when the Iraq War started, and Tucker Carlson is saying on air how the United States needs to go and fight against terrorism and be involved in this war and blah, blah, blah. And then they cut to break. Tucker Carlson goes outside to smoke a cigarette, and he's telling this person how he doesn't care anything about the war. He's just saying that because he's on TV. I think everybody except for the right-wingers who believe in what Tucker Carlson is saying and believe that Democrats are eating babies and are vampires, everybody else understands that this is a grift. As with so many of these people in media, they don't necessarily believe the things that they're saying. They're just saying what will make them money and what an audience will listen to. But with the specific case here of what Roseanne Barr was saying, we don't see, we just see Tucker Carlson making his confused face that he makes all the time. We don't see the end of the clip, and I haven't seen this entire clip, so I don't know if Tucker says, do you have any evidence of this? Can you give us some names of the specific vampires in Hollywood and the specific baby eaters in Hollywood? You can't just throw out, they're all vampires and they eat babies without giving us a little bit more information. But Tucker Carlson is wrapped up in this right-wing ecosystem that's all about conspiracy theory, conspiracy theories. A couple of weeks ago, it was the immigrants eating dogs and cats, and then it became geese and ducks with absolutely no evidence to prove that. But right-wing politicians and the right-wing base, the MAGA base, continues to roll with all of that. And they've had the conspiracies about Democrats being vampires and drinking people's blood and all this insane stuff forever. So it's just more of the conspiracy landscape, I guess you can say. But I do think it's interesting that you have these two figures on stage who were once at the very top of their industries and now they're not. And they really have no one to blame but themselves. So just a quick one here with Destiny and these other guys breaking this down a little bit. So what do you think? I wonder how many people actually believe that there are all these vampires in Hollywood and agree with Roseanne Barr. I certainly think this is totally bizarre and completely unfounded, but I'm sure there are people on YouTube that believe all of this. Make sure to leave me your comments about Destiny or Roseanne or Tucker Carlson or anything else that you want to comment about. It helps my channel to grow. Make sure to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. My subscribers are growing rapidly, and that's thanks to you. You're watching, you're liking, you're commenting, and you're subscribing. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. This is Chris on Culture. I will see you in the next video.